learning how to solve quadratic equations. Again, whenever you solve quadratic equations, you want to make sure that it equals 0. This one does. We have 4 methods. The first method says square rooting. You can only use square rooting if there's not a bx term. Perfect, there's not a bx term. So the steps would be get this x squared term by itself by adding 144 to the other side. And when you do that, you have x squared equals 144. Now you would square root both sides, and again, whenever you square root in a solving problem, you have to have plus or minus. The square root of x squared is x, and that leaves us with plus or minus 12. So when I'm solving this problem, I have already in the square rooting method, x equals plus or minus 12. The next method we have is factoring. Factoring, we would start off by saying, okay, do we have a GCF? And we do not have a GCF. The next thing that we go through is, do we have a quadratic trinomial? Nope, we only have 2 terms, so it's not a trinomial. And then the special case that we've currently learned about was the difference of squares. So difference again means that subtraction, and are both of these perfect squares? And the answer is yes. So we get to use the difference of perfect squares. When you do that, again, you're square rooting this first term, which would just be x, and you're square rooting the second term, which we said was already 12, and again, when we square root, it's plus and minus. And by using our zero product property, we set each of those equal to 0, add and subtract, and we get the same answers that we saw from the square rooting method. X equals plus or minus 12. Our next method is graphing. Again, with graphing, you want to just plug it in exactly as you see it written. So clear anything you have, and you just plug in x squared, and it's minus 144, and you hit graph. Now, if you don't see anything, you may need to zoom out slightly. So zoom out, you just push enter. And now when you zoom out, you see sort of the parabola going this way. You again would do second trace. You would hit 0, and you want to go to the left of this point. You can arrow. Notice point is coming that way, so that a negative value there. The right of that point could be 0, and you can guess and notice it is a negative 12. Second trace, 0, a left bound right where you are. A right bound is somewhere over here, so a positive 15 would be on that side. Very close. And then if you guess, notice you get a positive 12. So all 3 of those methods so far, we've seen x equals positive and negative 12. Our last method is to use the quadratic equation or quadratic form. Again, it's very important to make sure that you know what your A coefficient is, your B coefficient, and your C, and then you're just going to substitute those into the form. Once you substitute in, then simplify. Once you have it substituted in, you can simplify, and I did that. And then I know that plus or minus, this would be actually 24 divided by 2. Well, again, a positive 24 divided by 2 is a positive 12, but then the negative 24 divided by 2 is 24. Divided by 2 is the negative 12. So in all 4 of our methods could be used here, and in all 4 of the methods we came up with the same exact answers. So again, that's why method choosing, you just have to use the appropriate one because you will get the right results as long as you're using the appropriate method.